As Henry Ford once said, the only thing that is standing between you and your goal is the stories that you keep on telling yourself about the things that you cannot do. Excuses can be formidable barriers in our journey of success, holding us from achieving our true potential. It's time for us to shed the chains of excuses and be embedded with accountability. In today's video, we will be addressing strategic plans that will help us achieve our goals by avoiding excuses. Join me as we hear the words of Jim Rohn when he said, "Take responsibility of your own happiness. Do not put it in any other person's hand." Hello guys, welcome all. And if you're new here, my name is Janette. Without further ado, let's just get right into the video. Point number one, you need to recognize the underlying patterns of the excuses you keep on making. All of us, we've got patterns, good or bad. Having excuses over specific tasks could be a reason behind it. Self-awareness will help you identify the underlying problem. Do not be oblivious of this step. For one thing that you need to understand, you cannot move forward until you recognize the patterns that you have in making mistakes. What are the things that you always want to do, but anytime you try to do them, you always have an excuse for it? For example, you want to work out and improve on your body fitness, right? Anytime it's time for you to work out, you can always say that maybe you're tired out of the long day of working. You could say that you don't have ample time to work out. But think about it in this way. Maybe when you look at the underlying problem, you can actually curb this issue and go exercise. One of the things that you might consider maybe working out in a group, so that way you're gonna be motivated and push yourself, right? So guys, this is something that I recommend to you. Look at the underlying problem. Taking responsibility shifts the blame to you and not the external factors. You realize that you're gonna be more proactive to take up the obligation rather than blaming it on other people. So this is one thing that you cannot do without if you want to avoid excuses, guys. If you realize that responsibilities all are on your shoulder, you're gonna do anything to work and improve that. There's this self-control that's gonna come into place. So take, for example, you are a student and you have an exam. Instead of blaming that the exam was too hard, or maybe the teacher speaks too quickly, you cannot understand, you might decide to look at it in another different area and you say, well, I failed this exam because I did not study well, right? This is the reason why I failed. I take responsibility. I don't put the blame on others. For example, the teacher being late, or maybe we weren't taught this. I need to take responsibility first. That way, I'm going to action on that problem and I'll be able to find the solution, ultimately improving on avoiding to make mistakes. So in this case, you could say, well, I failed because I did not study. And because I did not study, what are the things that I need to put in place so that I'm able to study well in the future and ultimately pass my exams? So this could be, you could say, I'm going to schedule my time to study well. Secondly, you could say that I need to give ample time to study this topic. You could say you need to revise better, you need to discuss more, you need to handle problems that you didn't understand quite well. You see, now you're going to be proactive in finding the solution to the problem, apart from you shifting the blame on others. That way, you're going to avoid excuses in the future. Thirdly, you need to break down your task into smaller and manageable things that you can handle. So this way, you're going to be able to reduce that sense of overwhelming. So take, for example, there's a big task ahead of you. When you look at it, you're really scared and you put it aside. You say maybe you don't have enough motivation, you don't have enough energy to handle that now. And by that, you keep on procrastinating. At the end, you fail to do that. So guys, when you break down your task into smaller chunks that you can manage, that way you're going to avoid making excuses. So take, for example, you're a writer and you need to write 60,000 words for you to finish that book. It can be very overwhelming at the beginning when you look at that in that bulky state. But when you decide to divide every day, I need to write maybe 1,000 or 2,000 words, and you allocate, okay, from this time to this time, I need to sit down and work on this. Instead of looking at that far bigger picture that you haven't accomplished yet, once you handle this today and tomorrow, little by little, you will end up finishing the task. And actually, you're going to avoid making excuses. And guys, if you've reached this far, please don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Let's talk about the fourth strategy: stay organized. I cannot reiterate how important this is, guys. Staying organized will help you be diligent. It's gonna help you be effective in the things that you do. The reason why sometimes you make excuses is because things are just all over the place and you don't know where to begin. So the first thing that you need to do is sit down and arrange. Have your time organized and allocated to the task that you want to do. By that, you're going to be organized, and actually things are going to be way simpler for you to do. That way, it's gonna help you improve and stop making excuses. When you have a task and you've written it down, you know its deadline, you know what task you need to prioritize. Maybe you've got a to-do list in place, you have a calendar to track, you've got a reminder in place. Everything is just well organized, guys. There's very high chance for you not to make excuses. But when you don't have a reminder, you don't have anything to track your time or to track your tasks, everything is just all over the place, guys. It can be very difficult for you to do that task and ultimately make excuses. So this is something that I'll encourage you to do. Find things that can track your time and help you more organized. Use to-do lists, write down things that needs to be written down, use calendars whenever necessary, apps such as Notion that can help you do the task that you anticipated to do, guys. These are the things that can build your area so that you achieve your goals. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. If you like this video, I'm pretty sure you're gonna love this video right here, where I talk about how you need to be more motivated in doing things. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.